gangster, but who says he has to? You know?
Yeah.
He can definitely reinvent himself. I've seen him do it a million times. He's like a
Yeah. I
culture
mean,
vulture. Like he can adapt to anything.
yeah. Yeah. In 2019, and I've said this before. I met him very briefly. I met him in a strip club in LA. We just
Uh-huh.
happened to be kind of in the same section. So, I went over there, I introduced myself. They had me talk to him for a second. I talked to Shadi for a second, exchanged numbers. Um, but I could tell from his energy, when he saw me, he was like, "You see, I'm in LA, right, blood? You see, I'm in LA." And I instantly realized, okay, nobody is manipulating this kid. Nobody's pulling the strings and
No.
making him
If
do
anything,
anything.
I kind of feel mad. Like really, I kind of feel really sad because I feel like in a way these grown men were manipulated by this little rainbow head kid. They was manipulated by money. They was manipulated by a lifestyle that they were now a part of just by being with him. You know, it's just like you said, money and fame will make people do a lot of things. And he had
Yeah,
both. He had both. They were both
yeah,
accessible to him.
yeah. I mean, that's actually. I mean, when you say it out loud like that, it almost seemed like they were manipulated by him.
I see it because I was manipulated. He's a narcissist. I'm telling you that now. Like he's very smart. Like I give him that. If I can give Danny credit for anything, his brain works in an evil way, but it's smart. It benefits him, and he's very ambitious. Very ambitious. I've always said he's always been ambitious, but the way that when he's in court, I'm just a 22-year-old kid. You're not a kid. All right, you stop being a kid when you start doing adult things. Okay, I don't want to hear that from anybody. That's it, he works the media. He's great. He's cut out for this business, and not he's not gonna have the same image, and a lot of people aren't gonna fuck with him. But he's used to that already. You know, it's not gonna affect him in a negative way. That's why he just sees it like he doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, I actually looked through the transcript of his guilty plea, and it was very interesting the way it was even set up because it was like, it talked about his stepfather getting killed and how he went to therapy and how he got on antidepressants medication and how it was very much set up for him to look like a victim
Yes.
in this whole thing. And the court is actually saying this, and I'm reading this going like, wow, this is kind of crazy. And then when you talk about how everyone was manipulated by him,
Because
I
nobody
mean,
knows.
yeah, and ultimately, what's going to happen, what it looks like, is that he's going to walk away, while the rest of them are going to end up doing 20, 30 years.
Of the stuff that
So
they were probably participating or doing because he told them to. uh, that's just what it is. Um, it just do what you gotta do. Fuck it. If you want to save your own ass, if you feel like that's the route you want to go, then do it. But don't. The thing that bothers me when I see him doing it is when he wants to mention my daughter, like, oh, when I have his lawyers make statements for him, he wants to come home to his daughter. He has a daughter, blah, blah, blah. Even when we lived together, I could count on my fingers. The on one hand, I could count on one hand the amount of time he's actually spent with my daughter. It's just stuff like that. Don't save your own ass, but don't drag my daughter into it. Don't use her as an excuse. Use your mom. Use your mom, like your mom's elderly. You want to get home to your mom. She's ill. Do that, but don't do that with my daughter. Like that's the thing that bothers me.
well, I mean, this is a hell of a story, and it really is going to go down as just the epitome of trolling and clout
Gone
chasing,
wrong.
gone wrong,
Beyond.
and working up that ladder to the highest level, to fall to the lowest levels with everyone around him getting 20, 30, 40 years, and telling on people
It's not that low
and
for him. It's
really.
not. I mean, Because he can actually be doing that time, but he's not. You know, that's slow. If he would have to actually do that time. But
Yeah.
I don't see that as being low. I feel like even where he's at, he's being well taken care of. I felt in a sense he's in a daycare. It's just like he's very well taken care of.
Well, Sarah Molina, I appreciate you coming in
Thank
and
you.
telling your story. I think it's an incredible story, and you
Thank
play
you
a
so much.
very important role in this story. Um, I hope that ultimately you and your daughter end up being okay. Um, at the end of the day, he does have a legal income stream from his music and so forth, which your daughter has a share of legally.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really hope that you end up pursuing whatever means you have to in order to make sure that your daughter is okay financially, because at the end of the day, a person should not be living, making millions of dollars while their kids are living in the hood.